the Save America Act facing a major test in the Senate after passing through the House. Some Democrats say the bill that requires proof of citizenship to register to vote is, quote, racist. Roll tape.
Republicans bristle, the right wing bristles, every time I say that the SAVE Act is Jim Crow 2.0.
Who asked for more red tape? Did Jim Crow call? I mean, that's what this bill is about.
The Save America Act is yet another Republican attempt to intimidate and suppress the votes of anyone who threatens their extremist white supremacist agenda.
It's the equivalent of a show me your papers law to be able to exercise your fundamental constitutional right to vote.
Of course, we're not talking about the other aspects of the SAVE Act that go well beyond ID, and it goes to which is also part of Jim Crow.
President Trump has stated there will be voter ID for the midterm elections, whether approved by Congress or not. And it's a popular position among voters. The overwhelming majority of Americans support voter ID requirements.
Amir Hassan is running to represent Michigan's 8th district. He's hoping to flip his district red after his opponent voted against the Save America Act. Amir, welcome to Fox and Friends. They're saying, as you saw in the clips there, that the Save America Act is racist and it's only there to protect a white supremacist agenda. You are running as a Republican. What is your take on the Save Act?
Well, good morning. Thank you for having me. It's asinine. The fact that they're speaking on black Americans, brown Americans, as if we're not American, as if we don't like a secure voting process, as if we don't have access to the same identifications and the availability of it. It just doesn't make sense. The fact is, we want a secure election process. The black people, brown people have the same ability to go get a license. We need a license for the same activities as anyone else. We need to drive. We need to get things from the convenience store, medicines. You need a license. You need a passport. We travel too. So the fact that they're invoking Jim Crow over and over, it just lets you know they try to invoke race every chance they get when they don't have a policy to stand on.
Well, it truly is racist of them to suggest that somehow black and brown people or women or whatever can't go out and get these things. It's kind of astounding. But my question is this: why do you think that Democrats really break the glass when it comes to protecting the voting system as it is? Because they're so afraid of injecting anything into the process that makes people feel secure about the elections. Why is it this issue provokes such outrageous rhetoric from Democrats?
Well, we know what they're really trying to do. They're trying to bring undocumented, illegal aliens, illegal or non-Americans to vote in the process. That's the only way they can. That's the only way they can pass their radical ideologies and their agendas. So therefore, Americans, they don't want them to have a say in it. That's what this is really about, because we know all Americans, majority of Americans agree having a standard ID is standard. That's all we need to vote. If we fought women, black Americans, civil rights era, we fought for the right to vote. Getting the ID is not going to stand in the way of somebody voting. That's the issue. So they really want people who are not supposed to be in the system, not voting in American politics. They want them to have a voice so they can pass their radical ideologies.
And speaking of fighting, you served in the Navy for 8 years. We appreciate and thank you for your service. You're a federal law enforcement officer.
Thank you.
But just coming down to the common sense part of this, and the reason why we see that poll, it's 80+% Americans support it, because we have to show an ID to buy beer. We have to show our ID when we're literally buying cough medicine. There's so many reasons we have to show IDs in this country, and yet on this issue, do you believe this is the issue that will allow you to win against your incumbent?
Well, it's one of many issues. My incumbent goes with her party every time. It seems like the Democratic Party wants to destroy the fabric of America. My opponent goes for defunding the police. She takes money from those who are committed to defunding the police. My opponent goes for abolishing ICE. She takes money for those who want to abolish ICE. My opponent is funded by the same people that have funded the socialist agenda and the Mamdanis and the AOCs and the Gavin Newsoms. So it's one of the issues that are going to allow allowed me to flip this seat red. But we're just ready for change. We're ready to have true representation. We have failed democracy and failed legislation by the Democratic Party for the last 50 years. And people want to be represented. And that's what I present as a man of law enforcement.
Well, Amir, you're from that community. You represent your area well. And it will be really interesting to see how this election goes if the people vote with you, someone who represents the community versus the opponent, who, as you said, is funded by outside forces that don't necessarily have the interests of your community in mind.
Amir Hassan,
Thank you, Amir.
great to have you. Come back.
Well, absolutely. I appreciate you having me. You can follow me at flipthe8th.com.
All right.
Follow up on the progress we're making in the district. Thank you.
All right.
You got it. Thanks, Amir.
Thanks, Amir.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.